Far-right pastor shocks with statement women shouldn't speak in public. A Christian nationalist pastor launched into a tirade about how women are betraying the national order of God by being engaged in public life altogether, according to Right Wing Watch. The pastor Joel Webbon was speaking on the Rift, a far-right splinter network. Splinter from what are you talking about? That's the first one I've seen.
Where did we splinter from, Elijah?
From where? We didn't come from any network. A far-right splinter network founded by Elijah Schaefer, described by People, by the magazine. It's pretty good, right? For the American way. People of the American way. Oh, it's some gay thing.
Founded in the 80s by?
What is
Jewish film billionaire.
What is People for the American way? Can someone look that up?
I got you.
It's a nonprofit from the 80s that monitors the right wing.
Oh, People for the American way. I didn't know it was on there.
Is this the parent company of Right Wing Watch?
This is the parent company of Right Wing Watch.
Resisting fascism, fighting, and freedom.
Oh, cool.
So this is
Fighting for freedom.
What is it?
Find
the
the
American
founder.
way, freedom for the American
Yeah.
way.
Founder.
So or People for the American way. So that's the parent company of Right Wing Watch.
Oh, nice.
Clips me out probably like 10 to 20
Jewish.
times
Norman
a month. And the founder, of course, is Jewish. So it's just
Norman
what
Lear.
are you serious?
Hey guys, it's People
I'm
for
so-
the American
I'm so
way.
shocked.
They're fighting
I'm
fascism.
so angry. This is the first time. I thought
non-Americans for the American way.
Yeah,
a
People
Jewish
for the
guy
American way.
is targeting Americans who are fighting for foundational principles of this country. I am, oh man, this makes you so angry. I thought Greg Locke, he told me that Israel was the number one
I wish
country.
we could play that clip from Monday.
I can find it.
Maybe when
which
we
one?
come back after the break, I would just love to play the clip that they're talking about where my
Yeah,
view
we
of
can
women
find
in
it.
the
If you
public square.
could find it over there. They said, I'm a racist, anti-Semitic, and deeply misogynistic right-wing host and commentator who was once fired from the Blaze for allegedly drunkenly groping a female colleague. Webbon speaking with Schaefer during an interview in Florida. I like how, dude, they definitely offed my car. They're that's weird that they would mention the state. That is weird. I've never seen that, like in New York. On Fox in New York. It's like, I've never seen that.
On 34th Street in Manhattan.
Yeah. So he was Schaefer during an interview in Florida to discuss their future collaboration. Completely agreed with Schaefer's angry take on women. By the way, did nobody dude, okay, so I've been told my sarcasm is like sometimes hard to understand. But like when I'm like, and then people say I hate women, and I do. Like, does no one get that's a joke? Like, does nobody get that it's a joke? Look, of course I was joking then, but I'm being serious now. I do hate women, okay? It's 100% true. So it's like, because I tell you guys, if you hear it on the internet, it's true, right? So
I always
That's
tell
what
people-
Abraham Lincoln said.
I always tell people, and I think this is a helpful distinction. I say, listen, people say you're a misogynist. I'm like, I have a wife and 4 daughters. I will give my life.
You poor man.
For women. I will give my life. I love the women in my life, and I love the women in my church. My mom is a member of my church. She's incredible. My sister is a member of my church. She's incredible. So I love women. I am not a misogynist. A misogynist is someone who hates women. I am, however, and I make no apology for it, I am, of course, a sexist. So I'm not a misogynist. I don't hate women, but I am a sexist, meaning that I absolutely believe that men and women are different and that women should not behave as men. And I believe that women, even in the public square, seeking to influence and to lead and to direct and to pull and to prod is an inherently masculine trait. It's a masculine directive, and I don't believe that it's fitting for women to do.
Well,
So, that's it.
look, and that's completely fine, but like I don't. But see, then you're saying that's true, but I'm saying but if people like I've noticed there's a correlation between IQ and sarcasm, right? So like people like
true.
like that Watson Watchers guy's like, you literally said you hate women. And it's like, okay, dude. So yes, that is 100% true. However,
Yeah, you just gotta stop saying that part, Elijah. Just say that's not 100% true. In that moment,
but, like,
I'm making a point.
somebody said they forgot to add in that Elijah's wife is Jewish and he's a practicing homosexual. Like I like the audience knows the show, so they forgot to add a lot of stuff into that description. No, but it's like, dude, it's like when someone asks you, like, yeah, did you do this? And you're like, dude, I'm not even going to answer you. It's like, see, you didn't even deny it. Like, dude, because you're an absurd human being and you're asking an absurd question.
Well, and I think they got to remember what you do, right? So you're not a pastor. I am, all right? So I have to abide by certain standards, and if they want to attack me, fine, I can take it. But it's like to bring you into it and to hold you to those standards. You're in the business of news and entertainment. Now think about the way entertainment and culture shapes society over time. Did we not just finish like 40, 50 years of every single TV show? Everyone Loves Raymond. It's a smoking hot, intelligent, competent wife and an out of shape, stupid husband. The Simpsons, Family Guy, like
Married with Kids.
Married with Kids. Every single thing that we've had in entertainment, in the whole industry of our culture for 40 years has disparaged men, saying they're stupid. Okay, now if I get in the pulpit and I say all women are absolutely stupid, as a pastor, then call me out. There's a problem with that. But if an entertainer with a media company that does news and entertainment on the right wing, Elijah Schaefer, makes some jokes towards women when we've had 40 years of nothing but jokes towards men at their expense, worshiping women. Women are incredible. Women are awesome. Women are this. Like, I mean, how many, have you talked to a boomer in the last 15 minutes? Every single statement is like, well, the old, ball and chain, she wears the pants. She makes
My
the
better
decisions.
half.
My better half. Right? Like, you can't even talk to an American over the age of 40 for 5 seconds without them putting down men and worshiping women as though they're a whole other species that descended from the stars, like Prometheus, like the superior race.
They came from us.
So look, how did culture change? It didn't just change from pastors and pulpits. That matters. But it also changed from entertainers, from TV, from culture, from media over time. So yeah, there are certain things, Elijah, we've talked about this, where it's like, hey, that's just crude. It's your show, but offline.
Just let me know. You say, hey, it doesn't come across.
Yeah,
good.
personally, my opinion, you're a big boy. I'm not in charge, but my opinion
I remember when
I wouldn't do this.
Dude, seriously, by the way, guys.
A joke about women that's not crude, but just a joke.
Correct.
I think in this context for an entertainer, I think that's appropriate.
I know people said, okay, where's Henny been? And reminding you, I remember Joel was like, Henny, this new OnlyFans project you started, selling pictures of your butthole for $2.99 is not a good idea. And Henny, of course, thought he's like, what? So $4.99? And Joel's like, no,
not
at
all.
Not at all.
Exactly.
Don't be doing any of that. Yeah. And so when you say something like that, people don't even get the joke. It's like, yeah, it's funny. It's called humor because unfortunately people really do that. It's called dark humor, where you're kind of laughing at the fact that it's sad that people really do disappear from podcasts to start OnlyFans. And also, like, people understand about me and the hatred of women. I'm also not lying there too. Henny really did go to start that, and Joel really did try to stop him. So it's like, you got to give people credit. Now,
if it did happen, I would try to stop him.
No, you did try to stop him. You did try to stop him. He's right there, and he's going up to $6.99.
I wish he was on the. Is he here?
No, he's actually.
I wish he was on the show.
He's been traveling to El Salvador, and he was in Dallas with Dr. Peter McCullough. I'm having him be my lackey out there in the world. He's just hanging out in.
You guys have been setting up a studio there, right?
Yeah, we set up a studio with Dr. McCullough and Herschel, and so we have like a Rift studio out there.
That's cool.
Things are kind of going into place. It's all just like kind of a mess, but also. Somebody also said, it's all a lie. Everyone knows E only harasses his male staff.
That's what I was just too afraid to come out and say it.
Thank you very much. I do love you guys. Dude, you know what's so bad about my reputation? When all these people were like coming after me, at my last place to try to like, just getting hit from everywhere. When like the lawsuit came out, and then it was like, I remember the funniest tweet I ever saw was a lawsuit came out. It was from a female, and I remember Ethan and Ralph pointed out, like, no, the article's fake. We need to find out who the male staffer was. It's like they accusing the left of lying because it was a female staffer, not a male staffer. And I was like, shout out to Ethan and Ralph. Ralph won, by the way, this conversation. Ralph won. No, but
Elijah, with some of that stuff, you told me, because I asked you some of those questions. You're just not, like, even legally, you can't talk about some of it.
I can't even mention people's names. No,
Yeah.
I can't. Listen, I'll just say this. Like, if I was a criminal, I wouldn't be here today.
Right.
Am I a perfect man?
No.
Yes. Okay. No, I'm not a perfect man. I thought I might have been perfect because the Pharisees were trying to kill me.
But that is worth noting. Like, if all these allegations, if you had committed a crime, you wouldn't be sitting here doing a podcast.
Correct, because people went after me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People
And no matter how much you disagree with someone, a Christian especially, they have no warrant. And
Right.
God hates
False
when they
witness.
bear false witness against other people.
Right.
He hates it.
Right.
And some of them need to get that through their heads.
Seriously.
Have I ever done the wrong thing? I'm sorry to break the news here to you guys. Have I ever done the wrong thing? It's taken me years to confess this, but yes, apparently I have made mistakes and I've sinned before. I have. But have I committed like crimes against people besides the murder in '97? No, you know what I mean. But then again, I was only 4 at the time. So is it murder?
True.
Is it murder?
Can't be tried as an adult.
Exactly. Just like black kids who are 17 today. It's like I just didn't know any better. You know what I mean? No, but the jokes aside, it's like people will accuse. You know, that's what the kind of thing is too with Trump. Though, but they do it with Trump too. Like it's like, it just snowballs. And I think
it's the spaghetti strategy.
you know,
You throw it all against the wall, just hoping something sticks.
One of the main reasons why I left like the church assembly, because what I noticed was, and this is not church bashing, because maybe I have a little bit of Stockholm syndrome here. What it is like, I'm a man and I need real help in community. And I was finding better community with men outside the church. Like I could go to like non-Christian men, tell them what I was struggling with, get help from them. And people think that non-Christian men are all like degenerates and stuff. There's a ton of men who are like well-disciplined and don't believe in being immoral. They don't drink and they don't smoke. And I mean, you go to like an AA meeting or an NA meeting, a bunch of people, you know, they believe in a higher power, but they're not Christian, right? Or like, you know, there's people out there that can help you that are not, that you know, they believe in a higher power. That's not Christianity.
Who are still disciplined.
Correct, but
Romans 1.
and there's plenty of Christians who are not disciplined, right? Who are not living a disciplined life. No, but what I noticed was that there's we saw on the internet in the last 48 hours is this like gossip train where it comes like hey brother, we got to pray for brother Joel, brother. Oh, man, it just came to my attention that he's been
Hanging out.
He's been looking at a transgender double blacked pornography with Candace Horbox or something, and you're like, which is I'm just saying, like, and then it's like they give like so many details, and you're like, really? Yeah, brother, I know he came to me in confidence, but I don't know how to help him. Like, you have any advice for him? Like, like, you might want to talk to him. You're wiser than I am. Like, there's this whole like thing that does this. Trust me, this happens. Or this is the worst. Oh my gosh, can we talk about husbands who tell their wives things?
Yeah.
Like a brother comes to them in confidence. This is the worst thing I've seen in the church. Men, stop. Stop being a bitch and talking to your wife like she's your best friend. Like, it's like, yes, she might be your best friend, but it's like, if a brother comes to you in confidence and tells you something, like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Women do not hold secrets.
Especially.
So remember that.
For
They don't
any
hold
man,
secrets.
but especially if you're a pastor. The pastor's wife is not a pastor.
Yeah.
Correct.
She does not, if somebody comes to you in a pastoral setting and is confessing sin, it is, I think it's a breach of confidence, and it is immoral to share that with your wife. That's one, it's actually not loving towards your wife to burden her as a man, to burden her with your job and your responsibilities. But then secondly, it's also, I think, it's a breach of your congregation and their trust. She's not their pastor, and she does not need to know everything. But what you were saying, Elijah, is so true in the sense that I've always noticed that gossip for Christians is always guised as prayer requests.
No.
Hey, brother, I just need you to be praying for so-and-so because boom, 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 like wall of text with every single thing. It's like, oh, you really want prayer, or are you trying to build a legal case? Because it looks like you actually want the guy to go to jail, right? That it doesn't look like you're actually concerned. It looks like you're trying to ruin his life.